I'd like to ask you to imagine if you were a young man betrothed to your beloved, and you had left her to go to prepare a place for her, as was the custom in ancient times. How would you want to encourage her? Back before there were emails, some of you remember those days. If you went off to college, or if you went off into the military, and you had a loved one back home, your only recourse was either the telephone or to write letters. Boys and girls, letters are things where you have a piece of... Letters are actual communications where you share your heart and your thoughts, and it's a wonderful form of communication. You have to be clear. You have to think about what you want to say. And if you were writing a letter to your betrothed and you were far away, maybe another country, and you were preparing a place for her, what would you want to tell her? I think you'd want to tell her several things. You'd want to remind her that you love her and that you're going to be coming back very soon. And so in verse 7, Jesus does exactly that. Behold, I am coming soon. You would encourage her to be faithful to you while you were apart. Don't let your heart be taken away by the other young guys around, but stay true. Jesus does exactly that in this letter. Throughout the letter, he's been calling the church to remain faithful to him. But I think one of the things you'd really want to do, if you're away to prepare a place for her, you would want to tell her about the place. You would describe maybe the village where you're going to live, or the piece of property that you had purchased, and tell her maybe there's a little stream that runs out the back, and there's a spot there for the house, and there's a place for the garden, and you would try to describe for her what it would look like. Maybe you would explain the house that you were building, what it's going to be like, and there's going to be a porch over here, and you would try to give her a vision for what it will be like when you're finally ready, and the two of you then are going to live the rest of your life here in this place. Well, that's what Jesus is doing here in Revelation 22. He's our betrothed, and he's gone away to prepare a place for us, exactly what he said in the Gospel of John. And he's sent a letter to us, to the church. And in this letter, he's reminding us he's coming back. He's encouraging us to remain faithful, and he tells us about the place that he's preparing for us. That this isn't just a figure of speech. Jesus Christ actually is making a home where we will join him and live with him forever. And so the vision that we have here in chapter 22 is meant to be received by the church as a letter from our beloved, who has promised he's going to come back and we are going to dwell forever with him. And this text is meant then to motivate us to wait for him.